More than 3,000 feet above sea level in the North Carolina mountains is Kid Brewer Stadium, The Rock, home to the Appalachian State Mountaineers, and Boone is ready for this one. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Dukes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Mountaineers offense takes the field for the first time today. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air, it's Aguilar. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On second down, they'll take to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Jackson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Mountaineers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So James Madison's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Wants to throw on second down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Getting some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd and California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
And the Dukes will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Finds his man. It's Robinson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. And now on second down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Out of the backfield, he's open.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Got a man, it's Jackson. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Mountaineers line it up with a first and goal. He'll set up to throw. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. He's looking for an open man on second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Roberts. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the... Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Appalachian State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. He's going to pass. Finds the tight end. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. To the air, it's Barnett. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. It's complete to the left. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They'll immediately call timeout. Looking to move it through the air. Working on the right. Tackled, but he has a first down. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. He wants to throw. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third down, going up top. Caught on the outside, it's Thompson. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He's looking to throw it. The quick out. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Boone when that town is buzzing as it is today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Kidd Brewer Stadium.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical.
Wide open, he makes the catch. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, James Madison. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
On to attempt the try. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. The thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way. They're trailing by just 4 to ULM. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Grab near the marker. It's Horn. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. At the 35, he's open. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
Now they'll run the draw. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Here comes a third down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up, with a big sack. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead, they just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights. All the pressure, all the eyeballs on him, he delivered.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Dukes in the hurry up. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Dukes have this offense rolling. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Nice move to pick up yardage. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. After the run, now to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Knight. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Caught over the middle, it's Knight. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Touchdown, Dukes! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner goes down. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Gets away from one, he's got space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, James Madison. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. They're working that left side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Set up for second and short after that completion. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had, plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack,